in 3500 to 3200 BC. The multiverse, the totality of all universes, was discovered by the American scientist William James in 1895, who is known as having done so in the history of science. The Omniverse, the integrated whole of the multiverse and the spiritual dimensions of the intelligent civilization of souls, spiritual entities, and source, was first formally proven in the year 2014 in two independent science-based books, respectively, by David Bertolacci and by Alfred Lambremont Webre. Scientific discoveries are often simultaneously made in different parts of Earth by different people, and the discovery of the Omniverse in 2014 is such an example. You can learn more about the Omniverse in the book, The Omniverse, Transdimensional Intelligence, Time Travel, the Afterlife, and the Secret Colony on Mars by yours truly, Alfred Lambremont Webre, and you can locate that book on Amazon at exopolitics.com, and you can ask for it at your local bookstore as well. In effect, with this second episode, Exopolitics TV has launched a bilingual series in both English. Episode 2, Mapping the Omniverse. In mapping the Omniverse, we will employ both scientific evidence and legal evidence. According to one source, types of legal evidence include testimony, documentary evidence, and physical evidence. Scientific evidence consists of observations and experimental results that serve to support, refute, or modify a scientific hypothesis or theory when collected and interpreted in accordance with the scientific method. For example, we will evaluate reliable eyewitness accounts from project members of US government secret Mars programs, that is, legal evidence. Likewise, we will also draw support for our hypotheses from the results of cases that used hypnotic regression under standard laboratory protocols to achieve replicable soul memories of the afterlife. That's scientific evidence. Part 1 of the book, The Omniverse and Its Inhabitants, lays the groundwork for what follows. Chapter 1 explores current scientific estimates of how many universes exist in our multiverse and reviews the best empirically based estimates of the number of intelligent civilizations in our galaxy, universe, and multiverse. It also introduces the intelligent civilization of souls, of spiritual beings, and of source. Some people call that God, in the spiritual dimensions, thus providing what string theory has not been able to, a framework for understanding the energy that human scientists cannot now account for in the creation and maintenance of each physical universe in the multiverse. Making it clear that the dimensional ecology hypothesis fulfills science's current need for a more comprehensive hypothesis, this chapter goes on to detail the data sources and methods of exopolitics and parapsychology, two key sciences of this hypothesis. The dimension-based typology of intelligent civilizations in the multiverse is introduced in Chapter 2. Unlike existing typologies, this typology is based on how intelligent civilizations describe themselves as being based in a specific dimension, density, or energy frequency, which is a civilization's most fundamental, typological, locational, and developmental criterion. This new typology establishes dimension-based criteria for extraterrestrial and interdimensional civilizations and extraterrestrial governance bodies based on recent whistleblower, direct witness, and documentary evidence. Concurrent with the dimension in which a specific intelligent species or civilization is based, an intelligent species or civilization can also be typed by exophenotypology, which is the typology or classification of extraterrestrials based on the observable characteristics of their physical appearance. Our map of the dimensional ecology explores the humanoid, gray, reptilian, insectoid, and other exophenotypologies of intelligent civilizations in the multiverse. In part 2, Exopolitical Dimensions of the Omniverse, chapters 3, 4, and 5, our map specifically focuses on the multiverse, exploring the intelligent civilizations based in the physical universes of time, space, energy, and matter. Chapter 3 explores a case study of the evidence for an intelligent civilization based in the time-space dimension on a planet in our own solar system. In this case, the existence of 3 humanoid exophenotypes on Mars. This conclusion is the result of empirical prima facie evidence that is sufficient on the face of it to support a claim. It includes the evidence of eyewitnesses and of documentary photographic evidence, including that from the NASA Mars rovers. Chapter 4 explores the persuasive empirical evidence for how hyperdimensional intelligent civilizations operate within the multiverse, whether based in higher dimensions of our own solar system, our galaxy, the Milky Way, other galaxies of our universe, or universes parallel to our own universe in the multiverse. These hyperdimensional intelligent civilizations may use technologically advanced interdimensional transport as well as advanced consciousness technologies when teleporting into our known physical universe or our Earth time-space dimension. Chapter 5 explores the prima facie evidence for the existence of intelligent civilizations, governance authorities in the universes of the multiverse, which have jurisdiction over defined dimensional territories, such as the Milky Way galaxy in our universe. 2 types of evidence are acceptable to the science of exopolitics. The first is replicable scientific remote viewing. The second is eyewitness and documentary evidence, consisting of eyewitness contactee and telepathic interaction with representatives and intermediaries of reported intelligent civilizations governance authorities. So, take a cup of tea, sip of tea here. Part 3, including chapters 6 through 8, explores, quote, the spiritual dimensions of the Omniverse. The parallel visible universes, or the multiverse, are more aptly termed the exopolitical dimensions, since they are where the intelligent civilizations of souls that are based in the spiritual dimensions incarnate in a variety of intelligent creatures for the purpose of moral and soul development. The communications of souls based in the afterlife dimensions to earthlings in the space-time hologram provide the evidence for the existence of the spiritual dimensions. Let me repeat that. The communications of souls based in the interlife dimensions to Earthlings in the time-space hologram provide the evidence for the existence of the spiritual dimensions. Chapter 6 explores the prima facie evidence for the interlife or afterlife dimensions. It is highly meaningful for the dimensional ecology of the Omniverse hypothesis that the two Italian Catholic priests, Fathers Pellegrino Ernetti and Agostino Gemelli, who developed instrumental transcommunication, ITC, as a technology for exploring the interlife or the afterlife in the spiritual dimensions, also developed chronovision, a time travel technology for exploring timelines in the multiverse. Chapter 7 explores the prevailing evidence, absent evidence to the contrary, for the intelligent civilization of souls. These individuated, non-local, conscious, intelligent entities based in the interlife dimensions are holographic fragments of the original creator or source. Replicable data report that souls are created in a process that results in each soul being a holographic egg of light drawn from the original source. Soul memories of the interlife obtained from hypnotic regression support the dimensional ecology of the Omniverse hypothesis, since they provide detailed information regarding the dimensional interactions of the intelligent civilizations of souls, of spiritual beings, and of source with the universes and the intelligent civilizations of the multiverse. The central role played by the intelligent civilization of souls in the creation and maintenance of the universes of time, space, energy, and matter in the multiverses is also described in Chapter 7. There is evidence that souls are involved in the creation of galactic matter, stars, and planets, and perhaps life as well. Chapter 8 addresses gray hyperdimensional control over soul reincarnation procedures. There's empirical evidence that human souls have been aboard some hyperdimensional gray spacecraft, undergoing complex soul reincarnation operations that are carried out by gray extraterrestrials. We explore a case study that demonstrates that souls and specific gray hyperdimensionals navigate the dimensional ecology of the multiverse as interdimensional entities in cooperative relationships. Our map of the Omniverse concludes with a presentation of the 10 top implications for a positive human future that can be drawn from research into the science of the Omniverse, encouraging further exploration of the dimensional ecology of the Omniverse. Part 1, the Omniverse and its inhabitants. Understanding the Omniverse. Current science has been making great strides in understanding our universe. For example, working with the Baryon Oscillation Spectroscopic Survey, acronym BOSS, researchers have now developed an ultra-precise galaxy map that has measured the distances to galaxies in our universe more than 6 billion light years away to within 1% accuracy. A report on the map stated, there are not many things in our daily lives that we know to 1% accuracy. David Schlegel, a physicist at Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory and the principal investigator of BOSS, said in a statement, I now know the size of the universe better than I know the size of my house. The new results presented by Schlegel and his colleagues on January 8, 2014, at the 223rd meeting of the American Astronomical Society, also provide one of the best ever determinations of the curvature of space, researchers said. In short, the universe appears to be quite, quote, flat, meaning that its shape can be described well by Euclidean geometry in which straight lines are parallel and the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. One of the reasons we care is that a flat universe has implications for whether the universe is infinite, Schlegel said. That means, while we can't say with certainty that it will never come to an end, it's likely the universe extends forever in space and will go on forever in time. Our results are consistent with an infinite universe. This tentative finding that our universe is infinite is congruent with Linda and Vaturin's finding that there are a, quote, humongous number of universes in the multiverse. Since universes that extend forever in space and go on forever in time can coexist in parallel with each other. Truly comprehending infinity, whether of one universe or an incalculable number of them, is difficult enough. But even science is reaching its limits when it comes to understanding the many dimensions of our omniverse. It's a bit more tea here. The many dimensions of our omniverse, which contains the totality of all universes of space, time, energy, and matter, as well as all of the intelligent civilizations in the multiverse, in addition to the intelligent civilization of souls in the interlife or afterlife dimensions, and of spiritual beings and source in the spiritual dimensions. Awareness of the essential elements, if not the details, of the dimensions of the omniverse has existed in diverse and fragmentary forms for millennia in our earthly religions, in our sacred and occult texts, and in the group and individual beliefs of human societies throughout history. The multidimensional omniverse is thus both a scientific hypothesis and a truth that many earthling humans are familiar with intuitively or have learned during their lives in their families, schools, religions, readings, or philosophizing. Humans are familiar with many concepts included in the dimensional ecology hypothesis, such as afterlife, souls, and source, or God, although they have widely differing opinions depending on race, nationality, gender, and education about whether such things actually exist and in what specific form. Many assertions about specific aspects, such as life after death, are set out in the religious beliefs and sacred texts that organized religions have relied on over millennia to win followers. However, important details about, for example, the nature of the afterlife, as described by various religions, are sometimes factually incorrect when compared to replicable, scientifically derived knowledge about what happens after physical death. In what follows, we will be comparing traditional beliefs with what we can now know from scientific research. Intelligent civilizations in our universe and multiverse. One German supercomputer simulation estimates that there are, quote, 500 billion galaxies in our universe. Astronomers now estimate there are 100 billion habitable Earth-like planets in our Milky Way galaxy and 50 sextillion habitable Earth-like planets in our particular universe. A conservative estimate of the number of communicating intelligent civilizations in our universe is 100 billion. This estimate is based on the 1960 Drake equation, which itself assumes that there are only 12 communicating intelligent civilizations in our Milky Way galaxy out of the estimated 100 billion habitable Earth-like planets in the Milky Way galaxy. So that's an extremely conservative estimate, 12 out of 100 billion habitable Earth-like planets in the Milky Way. And we're only assuming that there are 12 communicating intelligent civilizations there. Then how many intelligent civilizations may there be in the multiverse? This is to show you on a conservative estimate. If we multiply the Drake equation-based estimate of 100 billion communicating intelligent civilizations in our universe by Linda and Vachurin's calculation of the number of universes in the multiverse, we arrive at the number of intelligent civilizations in the multiverse, this is hypothetical, as being 100 billion times that 200 million mile long number that is the number of universes in our multiverse. That's a conservative estimate of the number of intelligent civilizations in all of the universes of the multiverse, assuming that, based on the assumption that all of the other universes have approximately the same number of intelligent civilizations that our universe has. But that's just an assumption. It is not physically possible to actually write out or to understand or comprehend that number. And so we've come to the end of episode 2 of mapping the Omniverse. Thank you. And I urge you to go to ExoUniversity.org or Omniversity.info and begin to enjoy and absorb from these episodes and also from the book, The Omniverse. I mean, this is, as far as we can determine, an historic event. There was the discovery of the universe in 3500, the discovery of the Omniverse in 3500 BC in 1895 by William James, and then in 2014 the discovery of the Omniverse by Bertolacci and Weber. And so we're offering this to you here in your lifetimes, in the here and now. Thank you, and until our next episode, I'm Alfred Lambremont Webre, your narrator and host. Thank you.